Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my live video. And if you're watching the replay, welcome as well. Welcome to the replay. So my name is Hannah. I help people to reduce their tax burden. So primarily, I work with doctors or healthcare professionals, and some of them also are small business owners. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the videos, the live videos yesterday or in previous days. I talk a little bit about the tax, especially things about making your vacation tax deductible. I think whenever I talk about making vacation tax deductible, had raised a lot of interest. Like people want to learn more about it. So basically today I'm going to talk about 3 steps how you can really legitimately argue that your vacation or your trip to anywhere that is tax deductible. So before we go into the steps, I'd like to say, of course, in the UK, if you're like employed or if you're self-employed or running a business, there are some expenses that are already sort of pre-approved. Like, for instance, like doctors, if you have to register like a general medical council or anything like that, or your professional body, that is already pre-approved a tax deduction because, if you're not registered in certain organization, you cannot practice medicine. So things like that, it's necessarily for your profession. Also, if you're a business owner, if you're hiring staffs, and that is basically a tax deduction as well. So these are like no-brainer. They are something most people judge the whether it's business or not. Hi Mira, how are you? Good to see you here. So most of the time when we judge how if this particular expense is tax deductible, is based on the common sense. But also there are a couple of gray area out there that needs a little bit tweak. And most of the time, perhaps some business owners, they do miss out this kind of thing. Or if they believe these are actually related to the business, actually necessary for the business, but in the end, when the taxman challenge it, they cannot get any proof of it. So taxman just denied it. Okay, so today I'm going to share. Of course, I use vacation quite a lot and use that as a primary example. But I will also touch some of other gray areas as well. So you are aware of some other things that can be deductible. So today I'm going to share 3 steps, 3 things basic you need to remember doing in order to make sure you can have these things legitimately tax deductible. And even if the taxman come to challenge, you have the proper proof, and you have the things in black and white to make sure the taxman is not going to deny it. Okay, so let's get into it. For instance, if you are looking to like planning your trip, say you run the health business, and if you're planning a trip to South Africa, and what can you do? So I do have one of my small business client who's running doing a health product business, but he is looking to manufacture the products in South Africa. So in this instance, of course, going to South Africa, you will meet a potential potential vendors or even potential business partners. You will do the market research out there. If that's something you can produce, the place can produce high quality products and with a lower price. Okay, so of course, in order to do this, you need to do your upfront research to really research that environment, to really research that like South Africa, what kind of country is it, what kind of economy is it. So if that's doable, if there's a potential link to your business, so you need to do all the research on that. So of course, upfront, you have to do your own research. By the way, here I also need to say that if you are planning a trip somewhere, don't get into something just for the sake of saving tax. So your primary purpose of doing this still need to serve your business, to enable your business to earn more money, so to expand your business, so you can eventually feed the taxman. So that's a purpose. That's how it can be legally done. Okay, so of course, first of all, you need to do your own research. A second thing, perhaps when you say going somewhere to do market research, instead of saying that's your vacation, but that's probably not a vacation anymore. That becomes like a work trip or business trip. Of course, if you're doing what you love doing, and if you enjoy that destination, of course that's great. At the same time, you do something that's for your business to earn more money, and at the same time you are enjoying yourself. So that's great. Of course, in this instance, when you go to that destination, instead of call it vacation, call it holiday, or even a trip, name it like business trip or market research. So that's really enable you to argue that is related to your business, that's necessary for your business to grow. And there are some other examples as well. For instance, if you need to go to the conference somewhere, travel somewhere for the conference, of course, if that the conference itself that's serving your profession, or you are going there to enhance your business skills or meet like to network, then that's great. That's again a straightforward business deduction. But there is also one trick. Of course, if you go for some sort of general personal development conference, then that might not be allowed. But what if you go to that sort of conference, even if that's that's personal development, if you go to that conference and you go there, you market your products or services to the attendees, then that becomes a marketing expense. So in that way, instead of saying you are attending training, you are attending conference, then you make it a marketing expense, because the main purpose there is for you to promote, to raise your brand awareness, to network, to find potential customers. Even if there's no actual business to be done, your intention is there. So you can rename your stuff, like instead of saying it's a training, rename it as a marketing expense. Okay, so that's the second thing. A third thing, very important, I think that's the most important to make sure your argument is successful, that is documented. So if you've done your research about a certain destination like South Africa or whatever, document what you've done, or even have your plan, have your business plan over there, why it is potential for your business, why outsourcing some part of your products like production to South Africa is something that's serving your business, to enable your business to make more profit and eventually feeding the taxman. So document everything. If you are meeting your potential business partner, potential customers or whatever, if you have an email exchange, document it. It's not necessarily mean you have to hand over everything to the taxman. You don't have to give taxman everything for the things you don't want to share. But the thing here is, hi Bhavna, hi, how are you? Good to see you here. So we're just talking about document everything. So here is just for your own evidence, for your own confidence. So just in case the taxman is coming to investigate, they send the inquiry, then you have something like clear documents in black and white to prove that you are actually meeting your potential customer, potential business partner. And you have the black and white proof that you have done your research. You think that destination, say South Africa, is a potential place for you to outsource your production and to make it cost effective. So document everything, and of course, if you have like accommodation, your flight tickets, you all have to keep all the records. And if you have a like business meeting over the lunch, over the breakfast, if you pay for it, make sure you keep the receipts as well, because you can also claim the food if you're doing business there. But then here, make sure you write on the receipts, note on the receipts who you are meeting and what is that for. So really document everything. So okay, that's basically the 3 simple steps. Just a little bit recap. First of all, do your own research upfront. Don't get into anything just for the sake of saving tax. The primary purpose still needs to be serving your business to make it profitable. And the second thing, you can always rename certain things instead of calling it vacation or the holiday. Make sure it's a market research or business trip, something like that. Or if you are attending conferences, attending training, if you do network, if you do promote your services or products to the attendees, that can be a marketing expense. So less arguments. And the third thing, very important, document everything. Make everything tangible in black and white. That's not really for the sake of hand over everything to the taxman, but for the sake of your own records. Of course, that's legally required. And also, just in case you get investigation, we hope not. Just in case the taxman send inquiry, they are asking for certain documents to prove that you have that already. Okay, so of course, I hope you find this one useful. We just share the 3 simple steps that you can perhaps look back into your business. What you can do, perhaps you can think of some of your conferences you just attend, some training you just attend, or some trips you've just done can be tax deductible, so that you can save some money to help you to reduce your tax burden. But by the way, again, this video is just a very general guidance, just the guidance enough for you to refer back to your business if that's applicable. But I do go more in depth or even like personalized for the clients I work with. That's really enabled me to understand their business properly. So from my point of view, I can use my expertise to advise if that's something you can make it tax deductible or not. We make sure on one hand, we want to maximize the tax deduction, maximize the tax advantage, but on the other hand, we get it done properly, get it done legally, and make sure it's less hassle, less likely to send inquiry, and make sure everything, the document is there. Okay, so again, I hope you find this one useful. If you do enjoy this, I'd be really grateful if you can share or like it, or if you have any specific questions, especially the one you only want to talk to me privately, be free to personal message me. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I hope you find it useful. And of course, if you are watching the replay, you can always go pause the video and go back on. Okay, again, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I shall see you very soon. Bye now.